Hello everybody at Enchanted Emerald. This is Melissa bringing you another card pull, and this is going to be for the reading for this evening, Friday, August 6th, 2021. And as I give people a couple of moments to hop on if they choose to do so, if they have time to this evening, I would just like to remind people, if you're catching me on the live, I would love it if you could just hit me with a hi below. If you're watching me on the replay, hit me with the hashtag replay if you feel so inclined to share. As always, please don't hesitate to share so that others can benefit from hearing these messages. So as we get started this evening, of course, I always use the traditional Rider-Waite deck, and out of the deck tonight, we've got the Six of Wands with the Four of Wands. So definitely feeling as though this is an energy here of victory and happiness, which is really, really great. Hi, Gary. Thanks for hopping on. Incidentally though, I saw this as the Six of Swords, right? And I wrote it down even as the Six of Swords, because I do feel like this is about overcoming some conflict before you come into this victory. So let's talk a little bit about that. What I'm really feeling here is that somebody had the audacity to kind of talk to you some type of way, and you're feeling shocked by it. This is really what I'm feeling, okay? So I feel like this comes down to common decency. Like, you are so surprised that this person would even say some of the things that they've said, or maybe they only said one thing, but you are really feeling as though you need to stand in your power because they should be acknowledging your feelings, your views, respecting you, and they haven't. And so maybe you're having a conversation with somebody and it took a wrong turn somewhere at some point, and it's like shocking. It's almost like you're standing there with your jaw down, like, why? How did this happen? How did it come to this? And so there's a reminder here that, we will teach people how to treat us based on how we react. And so if we are carrying ourselves with an air of commanding some respect or commanding that decency, right, within our demeanor, that, we have these strong boundaries up and we're not going to tolerate that, I think that it ultimately helps to play into a better dynamic overall. And I do feel like maybe you stood your ground, and I feel like this is like the end of the line, maybe the end of the line for this person. I feel like it's like you took your GPS and it took you to a dead end, and you're going to get out of the car and you're going to walk now because you're just done with the GPS. That's really what I'm feeling here. You are done maybe with this conversation, and you aren't going to put any more energy or time into this. So I feel like you're not even giving an inch. You're keeping very strong to those boundaries and holding very firm on them. And I think that's really great. I do feel like this conversation maybe even took place within your home, right? Like, how dare you? I feel like I keep hearing this, and it's kind of distant, when Spirit was talking to me about it. So maybe it happened a while ago even, and now it's time to rectify these things with this person, to discuss these things, hash them out. But I do feel like it happened maybe within the home, where you were like, how dare you disrespect me in my house type of feel, right? Like, you come into my house, you play by my rules, and this is supposed to be a safe space for me, and I've invited you in, and now you've disrespected me, and so I'm going to show you the door. And that's kind of what I felt with that. So I do feel as though you're standing tall now. Your head is held high. In fact, I felt as though it was kind of like someone turkey necking, kind of like peeking over the fence. I don't know if y'all watched that sitcom, back in the day. I think it was Home Improvement, and the neighbor guy, you would see his eyes over the fence, and he'd be like, howdy, neighbor. I feel like that energy with it, right? That you're kind of like trying to peek over the fence maybe a little bit, and because your head is just, you're holding your head so high and you have like 0 F's, like, or maybe somebody's trying to get into your business, right? So, that's just something to be mindful of there. But I do feel like overall, the key here is to really tap into your skills and play to your strengths. Like, where have you been boss before? Like, really able to own your power with in terms of skills. Have you been really good at holding those boundaries. And, you know, that's a really great thing. So where do you sit with communication skills? Is that something that you might be able to improve on? And how would you go about that? So, you know, I really feel like it's about channeling these past lessons into this in order to overcome this, because I do feel between the two parties, there's common ground, and I do feel you're both committed to overcoming this. And I think in the end, it's going to feel very liberating. But I do feel it's about, you know, meeting each other halfway. So I think that this is a beautiful message here for us for Friday. As always, if you're interested in your own personal reading, I'd love to be able to do that for you. You can hit me up in the messenger or at enchantedemeraldny@gmail.com. And if you're catching me here on the Facebook again, don't hesitate to hit the like button below. And if you're catching me on YouTube, if you could please hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the awesome content that I'm coming out with. So I'm going to be working on hopefully a weekend read here, and then also some spirit guide messages. So that's a really awesome thing. So if you're looking to check out my YouTube, I'd really appreciate that. And as always, I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend, and I will be back with another read for you guys again soon. Thank you so much. Take care.